Imagine walking through an abandoned mall at night, scavenging for materials and supplies. However, as you are walking, you see a weird, distorted, out-of-reality disturbing cat that looks cartoonish in a way. Before we get into the video, my name is Desire and today I'm going to be discussing about Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat first appeared on August 4th, 2018 in a post by Trevor Henderson on his Instagram account. The post featured an eerie black and white image of what looked like an abandoned mall or parking lot, with Cartoon Cat lurking ominously in the background. This was accompanied by a caption that hinted at the character's unnatural and threatening nature. This left its backstory ambiguous, adding to its mystique. Before we get into all that, I want to talk about his design features and his appearances. Cartoon Cat's design is heavily inspired by 1930s style cartoon characters. Think of characters like Felix the Cat, Mickey Mouse, or Benny from Benny and the Ink Machine. He has a rounded oversized head with a sinister twist, and his head sometimes appears slightly too large for his body. He has perfectly oversized eyes that are pure white, which means no pupils, but some versions have small pupils. His eyes also seem to glow faintly, giving it a haunting ever-watching presence. They can widen or narrow drastically, depending on its expression, adding to its unsettling unpredictability. Cartoon Cat's mouth is impossibly massive. It has a wide grin filled with jagged teeth that resembles a predator's. The smile stretches well beyond what's natural, sometimes extending into his cheeks or even further. Its teeth appear unnervingly realistic, contrasting with the cartoon's rest of its design, making the mouth one of its most terrifying features. Its grin often conveys mockery, malevolence, or joy at others' terror. Cartoon Cat has a small, rounded black nose, similar to early cartoon designs, but often subtle or overshadowed by its other features. His arms and legs are just basically gigantic black straws. Not literally, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's basically long for absolutely no reason. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, this guy has skinny arms, he's probably not that strong. Yeah man, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're cooked. Like, you're cooked, man. No, but seriously, don't even try to go near or attack this guy. It's no use. And I'll be honest, I don't know a single person who would try to fight this. If you have enough guts to do something like that, I mean, it's like you're asking for death at that point, I'm not gonna lie. His hands are also large cause like, why not? But his gloves are unnervingly clean. I mean, you would expect some blood, right? This guy's torso also has no muscle structure and it can stretch and twist in sickening and impossible ways. And as for his feet, you can basically just say it's simplified and rounded, however, they do lack detail and kind of adding to its uncanniness. To put it in a simple matter, this guy looked like death. He has no emotions and it looks like he has nothing to lose. But if you guys got this far, comment down below and I want you guys' opinion on what do you think is the most terrifying body part. Honestly, for me, it's going to have to be his eyes. It just looks soulless and empty. Okay, finally enough yapping about his appearance. Now I want to discuss Cartoon Cat being at random areas, mainly abandoned places. Now, there aren't many details on why he mainly appears at abandoned spots like abandoned malls or houses and more, but if I wanted to give my thoughts on this, I would say it's similar to other cryptids or urban legends. The Cartoon Cat could be theorized to seek out places where humans have stopped going, areas that feel unnervingly empty or just isolated. It's a location where the creature might be left to hunt, possibly because these places have been abandoned out of fear, creating an aura of mystery. Or it could be that when he is placed in an abandoned setting, he takes on a frightening, ghastly quality. This could mean that this creature's existence in forgotten spaces manifest our own fears of being left behind or the fear that things we once trusted in our lives, like childhood life, might not be as safe as they once seemed to be. To put it in short for you guys, he either appears at random abandoned areas simply because he wants to, or there is some lore behind it. But moving on from this, I want to talk about his behavior and actions. One of the key elements of Cartoon Cat's behavior is its terrifying stalking nature. Like many other horror characters, its ability to stalk its prey is slow, calculated, and unnervingly methodical. Cartoon Cat is not typically a loud, boisterous creature. He tends to hide in dark areas, abandoned places, or shadows so he can watch his prey from a distance. His movements are also really stealthy and they can go unnoticed for long periods of time, observing their victims before they make a move. One thing you also need to keep note of is that it will never attack immediately. It may follow its prey for days, weeks, or maybe even longer. He observes you from a distance and waits for the right moment to strike. Another one of his strange behaviors is luring you in. It can appear to be harmless, acting like a friendly cartoon character to get close to its prey. It could also transform into a familiar or non-threatening form, but underneath the exterior, its true nature is anything but friendly. Pretty much he will probably do anything to unalive you if he chooses you as a prey, so let's hope he doesn't lock eyes on you. Oh, this entity can even slip through cracks in the walls, slip behind mirrors, or vanish into thin air, only to reappear when a prey least expect it. Alright, last thing I want to discuss is cartoon cat abilities and how you stand zero chance against them. As you guys know by now, Cartoon Cat is a supernatural horror creature with origins in Trevor Henderson's universe. Its abilities and traits are just malice, and it's going to prove why you just won't survive, like, at all. Like I said before, it can stretch, twist, and distort its body that simply just makes no sense, defying the laws of physics much like other cartoon characters, like those in Looney Tunes. It can stretch out its limbs to impossible lengths, flatten its body, and bend in unnatural ways, making it both unpredictable and overall difficult to escape from. Next, you have immunity. Cartoon Cat is resistant or completely immune to normal weapons or human attempts to harm it. I'm referring to bullets, knives, or even fire might have zero damage to this guy, making him nearly invincible. As far as I know, only thing that can harm this guy is other supernatural beings. And let's not forget that Cartoon Cat can phase a shift through reality itself. His existence is not entirely stable and he seems to exist outside our normal physical boundaries, allowing it to phase in and out between dimensions or through reality. He also has the ability to mimic other human voices, animal sounds, or even other noises to confuse and play mind games with its prey. This essentially means you might hear someone you really find trustworthy, someone you really adore and love, so it could get what it wants to lure you into its grasp. And despite Cartoon Cat being lanky, he can move at an incredibly fast speed if he so chooses to. So if you thought you could outrun this entity, no, you're not, but it wouldn't hurt to try, would it? Why am I even asking this question? Like, just why? He also possesses tremendous strength. With ease, he can tear through walls, lift heavy objects, or destroy buildings. At this point, if I'm in a situation where I encounter him, I'm most likely just going to sit this one out and accept my fate. Everything I can do, he could do 100 times better and more. Like, it's no point. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this guy can also like regenerate, so even if you do manage to hurt this guy, which you're not, but if you do, he can just regenerate that easily with no problem. So like, again, like, this is why I said you stand zero chance against this guy. But if you guys came this far in the video, I really appreciate that. It just warms my heart. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button and like button, and enjoy the rest of your day.